Good day, viewers. Today we are going to solve some quadratic equations by factorization. So let's see how many you can solve. The first one is x squared minus 81 equal to 0. How can we solve this? So solving this one, because this is a square and 81 is a square, we can factorize this using the difference of what? Of two squares. So x squared minus, what's the square root of 81? It's 9. So say 9 squared equal to 0. Are we together? Then by virtue of this being a difference of two squares, we are going to have x minus 9. Then repeat the same but with a plus sign equal to what? 0. Then each part we equate it to 0. So x minus 9 we say equal to 0. Or we can say x plus 9 equal to what? 0. Then you have x equal to 9 or x equal to negative 9. So these are the solutions for this quadratic equation. I hope it made sense to you. Let's look at another one. This one says x squared minus 10x equal to 0. There's no square here. 10x is not a square, so we are first just going to factorize what is common. X is common, so we take it out. Here we remain the x minus, here we remain what? 10 equal to 0. Then these are the two parts that we have. We equate each part to 0. So x equal to 0, or we can equate x minus 10 equal to 0. So this will give us just x equal to 0 or x equal to 10. C says negative x squared plus 49 equal to 0. Now you understand that we can divide negative throughout here. So if we divide negative throughout, we have x squared minus 49 equal to what? 0. Now look at this. The x squared is a square. 49 is a square of a certain number. And the square of 49 is 7 squared equal to 0, like that. This will give us x minus 7 and x plus 7 being equal to what? 0. This means that x is equal to 7 or x is equal to negative 1. Alright, so this one says 3x squared plus 15 should be 15, x is equal to 0. So first of all, we are going to factorize what is common. 3 can go into 15 and can also go into 3. X is also common there. When I remove 3x from 3x squared, I'll make x plus. Here I'm just going to make it what? 5. Then I can take the parts which of it equal to what? 0. Equal to 0. So our x, when we divide throughout by 3 here, we get 0. Or we can get x to be equal to negative 5. Then here we also have we can also factorize what is common. You can see that the negative is common. You can also see that 4 is common. Even x is common. So when I do this, I will make 2x here, and I will remain with what? With 3 here only. So plus actually equal to 0 because this negative has been taken out. So I have negative 4x equal to 0. I also have 2x plus 3 equal to what? Equal to 0. So here when I divide throughout by x, I'm getting x equal to 0, or I'm getting x equal to negative 3 over 2. Let's look at another one. This equation says 4x. Now I've got 5 there equal to negative 25. How can we solve this? We don't have to expand. It has already been factorized for you. Just group the terms and equate them to negative 25. So we have 4x equal to negative 25, or we have x minus 5 equal to negative 25. Of course, you just have to divide. You discover that your x is just equal to negative 25 over 4. Then here you get you take your negative 25 to be added to negative. So your negative 5 to be added to negative 25, and you get your x to be negative 20. This one says x squared minus 5x minus 36 equal to 0. So we are first going to find our sum. Our sum is the middle number, which is negative 5. Our product is this number here, which is just 1, multiplied by negative 36, which just give us negative 36. And we're going to get the factors. By factors, we mean two numbers that we can add to give us negative 5. Those same two numbers, when we multiply, to give us negative 36. And you discover that this is negative 9 and 6. Where did I get them? I got them from 36. All these are factors of 36. So if you want to get the factors, you get from 36, which is your product, and then you can start trying out. Now that I've got my factors, I'm going to write the sum in terms of those two factors. So my equation now changes to this minus 36 equal to 0. You discover that 6x minus 9, sorry about that. It should be 4 here. Sorry, it should be 4. Yeah. So here, the 6, we are putting 4. So now we can now factorize. X is common here. I'll leave it like that. What is common here? Negative 9 is common. Then I'll remain with 4 there. Equal to what? 0. Now that this is what I have here and there, they're the same, I can now group the terms that are outside, which is x minus 9. And I can pick any of the two common terms. And I'm equating this to 0. Or I can equate this to what? To 0. And I'm going to get x equal to 9 or x equal to negative 4. Let's look at the last two. To solve, this is equal to 0. To solve this, because there's nothing, because if you want, you can take it the other side, but I wouldn't recommend. Remember, we are factorizing. So let's take out what is common. 7 into 63 is 9, equal to 0. So from here, we can just, because we are looking for a variable, so x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. But 9 is a square. So we can write this as 3 squared equal to what? 0. And this will give it as this. By difference of two squares, this is what we do. And our x can either be equal to 3 or our x can be equal to negative what? 3. Okay. Then from here, for this one, we are going to look for the factors, the sum and the product. So the sum is just 11. The product is just 1 times 24, which is 24. Now the factors, look at the numbers that can go into 24. 8, 6, 4, 3, all those can go. And those two numbers that when you add to give you 8, so to give you 11, but those same two numbers we multiply to give you 24 is just 8 and 3. When you add these, you get 11. When you multiply, you give it, so you get 24. So we have now our equation, which turns into this 3x plus 8x plus 24 equal to 0. You just bring these and just add x there. So we can take out what's common there and what is common there. What is common here is x, from the x plus 3. What is common here is 8. 8 into 8, 1. 8 into 24, 3 equal to 0. And we can now group the outside terms. And we have a term like this, equal to 0. We can now group this term, each of it equal to 0. So here our x is equal to negative 8, or our x is just equal to negative 3. So thank you so much for following me in this factorization of quadratic equations. I hope you join us for online classes. This was just a demo, by the way. We don't teach like this. I was quite fast. Okay.